Hello everyone and welcome to Turkish soap opera. Today's video is going to be really touching, but be warned, as it contains facts that will happen later in the Terramara series. If you don't want to know about the future storyline before it airs on network television, don't watch this video. If, on the other hand, you are curious and want to know what happens in preview, you are on the right channel. Before starting, leave a nice like to the video. Subscribe to the channel and activate the bell so you don't miss all the next videos. Finally, leave a comment to let us know if you expected that some of these characters would have left the soap. Based on the episodes of Bitterland aired in Turkey, viewers and fans will have to say goodbye to several characters who will die tragically during the course of the episodes. We will be forced to say goodbye to important and fundamental figures forever, and we will experience moments of pure sadness that will go to touch our deepest emotions. Hunkar, Fekeli, Yilmaz and Demir will also leave the land of Cukurova forever, and characters like Sanye and Gulten will go out of dinner in a very tragic and above all sad way. The first to leave the set will be Hunkar, who, after discovering the truth about Bahisa's real personality and her true purpose, and after telling her to stay away from her beloved Fekeli, whom she was about to marry, Mujgan's aunt will not hesitate to take her life, stabbing Hunkar several times until she fell to the ground lifeless. Bahis will manage to escape without arousing any suspicion, and her son Demir will discover the body of his now deceased mother. The pain will be immeasurable, making us experience a very strong, very tragic moment together with Demir and the rest of the inhabitants of Cukurova, because Hunkar was a pillar for the country. He was a fixed point to rely on, but a further disappearance of the series will make us emotional in the same way. Keep following us to discover the second protagonist of our favorite series that will leave us. Yilmaz, one of the main protagonists, will in fact be involved in a tragic event at the very moment in which he had found his peace of mind with Zuleyha. His death comes just as their dreams and plans were about to come true. In fact, Yilmaz and Zuleyha were also about to build their future home and crown their dream of love, after finally separating from their respective spouses. But all this will be short-lived, as Yilmaz gets involved in a dramatic car accident while he is running to his son who was in danger. Demir will help him in every way and will do anything to get him out of the wreckage of his burning car. He will manage to transport him to the hospital, but there, after saying goodbye to her beloved and declaring her infinite love for her, Yilmaz shuts down, thus leaving Zuleyha in pain and despair. Thus leaving her without the strength to continue her life with the man she has always wanted to have by her side. Sometimes fate can be very cruel, but the twists don't end there, and the events that will unfold in the Bitterland series will amaze us every time. Another painful death will be that of Demir Yaman, who, after being attacked by some men, will vanish forever by disappearing in a mysterious way. Zuleyha will again be destroyed by pain and despair. Will Demir still be alive or dead? Nobody knows. Demir is nowhere to be found. In fact, he has disappeared, and only after several months will he be found hidden inside a refrigerator. Initially, everyone believed that Demir had managed to escape the assault, but the police will discover that the day of his disappearance he was murdered by Abdulkadir's men, who then hid his body. Another much-loved protagonist who will suddenly leave the soap will be Fekeli. In fact, he will be killed by some criminals, and his death will deeply disturb the whole of Cukurova. We will thus witness the death of a gentleman, a man with a noble and kind soul. Fekeli has always been suspicious of Hakan for Demir's death. He won't hesitate to go to Izmir to better understand the situation and find out how things really went. In fact, thanks to his intelligence and intuition, he will discover that Mehmet Kara has concealed his identity under a false name, and that he is actually Hakan. Before telling everyone, he decides to personally visit Abdülkadir, Hakan's friend and business partner, who, in his time, had stated falsehoods, to let him know that he had discovered the truth. However, Abdülkadir will have him eliminated by his men, who will poison him, then making his death pass as if it were a heart attack. The maids Sanye and Gulten will also be victims of a serious accident that will lead to their deaths. In fact, while the two girls are trying to change a car tire, punctured on the roadway, they are hit by a speeding car. One of them will die on the spot, while Gulten will lose her life after being transported to the hospital and receiving treatment, which unfortunately proved to be useless. Their last farewell will be tragic for Gafur and Uzum, leaving an unfillable void in their lives. Hakan loses his life to save Züleyha. After the deaths of Demir and Yilmaz, the young woman found the strength to remarry Hakan, or rather Mehmet Kara, but one day Betül will be able to enter the villa to take revenge on Züleyha and shoot her. However, the bullet will hit her new husband Hakan, who had shielded her to save her life, so Züleyha will be left alone to devote herself to her children and to the Yama estate forever. Young Dr. Mujgan will also die. Little Kerem Ali's mother will die in a plane crash while traveling to Istanbul in search of the happiness she had now lost. For his sake and for his child, she wants to leave the city. When the plane crashes, there will be no survivors. This event will be a further blow to the heart for Fekeli, who, after losing her godson Yilmaz, will also lose her girlfriend, welcomed into her house as a daughter, thus leaving a very deep pain in her heart. These are the most tragic and emotional deaths in the Bitterland series. Züleyha will be the only character present in all seasons, the absolute protagonist of the famous Turkish series. So it will be she who over the years will have to face many deaths until she remains the only protagonist present. From the first season, the woman will demonstrate all her strength and rebuild her life piece by piece every time. Spoilers on how Bitterland ends reveal that the protagonist of the soap will become one of the illustrious ladies of Cukurova, a community that welcomed her in a moment of great difficulty in her life, and now she will want to return all that love she has received. But what do you think? Did you expect all these deaths of such important characters? Write it to us in the comments. We will be happy to read your emotions. Before you go, however, don't forget to leave a nice like to the video. Subscribe to the channel and activate the bell to stay up to date. See you in the next video designed for you.